have like theory crafting on when it would be best to just hard reset the game.
That's pretty good. Oh, have you seen
But
the game list for RPG Limit Break is out?
yeah, I just looked at it. Disgaea 3 is on there, which
That's
is
pretty good.
good.
An FF13,
Um,
which also good.
Not a damn Tales game on there though.
Yeah, that is a bit disappointing. But also Chrono Cross is on there. I'm quite excited about that now that I've played the game. Um,
Ooh, Superstar Saga. That's a good game.
that is a good game. I think they did that last year, and it was a good game last year as
They
well.
did it at GDQ, I know for sure.
That
'Cause
might be
they
the one.
bugged it to hell.
Yeah, that game is pretty wild as a speedrun. I like it a lot. I really want to play those actually. I need to play them at some point.
Also, I lied. There is like a backup game of Tales of Symphonia, but they absolutely declined Vesperia, which is weird because it's a shorter game.
Sad face. Like, Vesperia gets no love.
Except for all the love it does get.
Except for me.
No, like Vesperia is the one Tales game people will respect, and that's just because it's on 360, so it got their attention to begin with.
You think? I guess. I mean, you pay a lot more attention to like gaff and stuff than I do.
Via fence, yeah,
Ah, that explains a lot.
yeah, but like also, I've seen it constantly. Okay,
But
I'm kind of low health already. Danger strats.
gotta go fast.
It's kind of moot since we get down here, we get a Synergy user, we go back up, and then the bad shit happens and monsters can't attack us that whole time. Then I have to die to Satros and Minardi anyway, so.
Fair enough.
I have played the beginning of this game way too many times.
I know them feels. I know them feels. I have that with Ocarina of Time.
I've also played the beginning of Zisteria like 7 times in the last 2 weeks because of recording stuff.
Have you got it all stable now, though?
Yeah,
Good, good.
all up and through the first save point out of Erendite Forest.
Cool. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, other thing that's on the RPG Limit Break list: Eternal Sonata. Which I'm actually like, I'm keen to see a speedrun of that. I think a speedrun of that is going to be hilarious. But
Hold on, I just oh yeah, they have backup runners in case people can't make it. But also, it's 3 hours. Wowee!
that's the best way to experience Eternal Sonata when it's not eternal.
I think I tweeted about it earlier, but Eternal that made me remember Eternal Waltz, which is Luger's like ultimate mystic art. I
Is it
love how he's just when the one you use on the final boss,
right? Okay, yeah.
and I really love how the quiet protagonist just spends the entire final art screaming. Sad. He's so fed up with everything.
Can't exactly blame him.
Yeah.
Um, my microphone is picking up a lot of noise from somewhere. That's fun.
Also, the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall.
Did you see? Did you see Dylan Schneider doing a bit of an LP of the opening of Daggerfall a couple of months back?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, it's. I don't know what control he didn't find, but the hitboxing, like the first enemies are rats, and the hitboxing on them is below the line of your ordinary attacks.
So you have to crouch, or
So you have to crouch or something, and he could not find the crouch. He died like 5 times to this first rat. Those were good videos.
God.
Anyway, this is actually a really good session for me to be chatting to someone because I'm just doing the bit where I run around the world poking all the dragons until they
Do things.
and basically.
No, I wasn't eavesdropping on you, you paranoid people who are causing all this bullshit.
Dem
Oh,
tropes.
Shining Force too. What?
How long's that?
7 hours.
That's a long one.
And Wild Arms trial version.
Which, like, what does that even mean?
I would assume like an early beta, maybe.
That could be interesting.
Maybe it's like a 1.0 kind of thing where there's a lot more
Maybe.
bugs. Soul Blazer is going to be fun. That game is fun.
I have heard of it, I think, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's in the Illusion of Gaia and Terranigma series.
Yeah, I know nothing about them.
God, Disgaea 3 though. That's weird.
Well, they did.
I like the Disgaea 1 though that they did on RPG Limit Break last year.
Yeah, that was actually a really good run.
And it's the same runner, so
Cool.
there are a lot more mechanics to fuck with in Disgaea 3, so I want to see how those all turn out.
Yeah, I've actually got Disgaea 3. I've played a bit of Disgaea 2 before, but like I have
Disgaea 1 is the outlier. It's before they got all the systems kind of in order, so it's weird, and it's also coming out in February. So
yeah, that's cool. Where are we?
where's the option? Sound, emulator. I can't turn on music while I'm away from the stupid window, so I just have to deal with silence when I do things.
I'm not having that. What emulator are you on? Is it SNES?
It's Visual Boy Advance.
Right. I don't even know what platforms this was originally on. Give me that.
Game Boy Advance. It was only ever on Game Boy Advance.
Was it? I thought it was a SNES game originally, but
No,
what do I know?
people don't pay attention to handhelds, especially in our group. So I'm the handheld nerd in our group.
Yeah, well, like I hate handhelds. I really don't like playing on them. So
Okay.
so this is interesting. I have a monster that I have to attack at exactly the right time, otherwise I can't solve this puzzle.
Fun. Just like the beginning of the game where you have to drop on a thing.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's one of those
Also,
little
yeah,
FF7-isms.
Wii U.
That's handy. Have you done much Chrono Cross yet?
I got the boat.
That's not bad actually. Like, or the first boat.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Like,
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
I'm on like 3 boats now, I think, and I've got one of them. I've already got one of them sunk or stolen. Something happened to the first boat. This is the problem with games that are in parallel worlds.
You need as many resources as you do worlds.
At least. Hey, Pix. Dear God, Leroy. 3 boats is not why this game is good.
I need to open up your stream too so I can see the fucking chat.
It's a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
Wacky fun.
Mute the tab anyway.
Yeah.
Because good grief.
I feel like I'm over-leveled, but I don't actually know how leveling is supposed to work in this game. Like, I don't know...
Levels are levels are nonsense.
Yeah. Well, for a long time, I thought it was just that, like, it was scripted a bit like FF13, where you,
Get more stars and you get
well, no, basically the, um, like every time you do a boss, you get the equivalent of a level up, and apart from that, you get like mini level ups in between, but you're capped or something. But I'm not sure.
basically what happens is every time you fight a star battle, for 1 to 5 battles afterwards, you have the chance of getting like a level up.
Ah, right, okay. And apparently stats that are increased are determined by what you do in battles, which is good, because that means it reinforces your strategy, and it means I don't have to think about changing strategies ever.
Meanwhile, I just got back to in my game. I got back to Termina and got heal all in Cure Plus, so that's good.
Those do help a lot. Like, they help a hell of a lot. Because healing is really weak up to that point.
I mean, I was fine. I never had any problems.
I felt really marginal for a lot of the early game. But
Yeah, I like the spare heal abilities too, especially because you can get into a battle, build up your elements, and then flee, and then use them for a free heal. I also like that I helped the churro man out, and he gives me free churros now, and it's basically an instay.
right, okay, I have not managed to help him out yet. Because I keep telling him that he's charging too much by masses, and yeah, he doesn't like that a lot. Damn, why did that miss? Pouchy face.
I told him to sell them for 50 gold apiece. And
I've met Fungi. Have you met Fungi yet? I've met Fungi.
I've not.
I've met Fungi. I recruited Fungi almost by accident. But also that moment was probably the peak of my what the hell is this game feelings, because what the hell is this game?
I don't know. I think that kind of happened with me with Mojo.
Mojo?
He's a walking voodoo doll with a giant stake in him.
Oh!
He's a human-sized.
Right, I think I know the character. I missed him. I found something yesterday. It was like, clearly, earlier in the game, this was a thing I could have done, and I have missed the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, basically there's a guy who decided to be a fisherman in Homeworld, and in another world he gave up on that, but you show him the shark tooth necklace, he gives you the Homeworld, and he's like, wow, go away. And then Mojo's just like, oh hey, I'm Mojo, I'm gonna join your party.
I did a bit yesterday where like 7 characters joined my party in the space of 10 minutes or something, and it got really hard thinking up stupid names for them all.
Yeah, I only did that for one, and it was the pink dog.
Pix, it's not basically your fault why Fungi turns out like he does. He does not give you any choice in the matter. But also don't miss Fungi, because it's a hell of a moment.
Okay, so I should assign.
How do I push this thing?
Okay, that's synergy assigned to a shortcut, so I don't have to open up the menu every time, which is nice.
Right, there we go.
Alright, let's go see the Sage Craden. But first, we actually eavesdropped on these two this time.
Why is it so hard to actually face something that you need to press a button on in this game? My god.
It's the worst.
Fucking peak PS1 controller issues.
Dual shock that it works most of the time. Ha ha ha.
Zing.
Yes, I was eavesdropping on your conversation. Oh ho, well, deal with it.
That RPG protagonist life.
Yeah, it's really weird that Golden Sun like has two protagonists that swap off being silent protagonists.
Really?
Yeah, like,
That must be quite jarring.
it's in this game you play as Isaac, or as we named him for this file, Anton, and he's silent. And there's a character named Felix, or in this case Ian, who isn't silent, and he's kind of vital to the whole thrust of the opposing party. And then in the Lost Age, Isaac is talking and Felix is silent. So,
Huh.
and then in Dark Dawn, Isaac's a dad.
Gotta get them dads in.
Well, I mean, the dad died in this game, so that happened in the intro. Yay!
Right. Right. Earth Dragon boss time.
Oh yeah, I learned that French localizers are quite versed in subtlety. When Satros and Minardi were localized as Salamandar and Phoenixia.
Fair enough.
Golden Sun was the first non Pokemon like RPG that I played.
Uh-huh.
And it was a good intro.
You see, I'm kind of managed to get into RPGs while completely bypassing Pokemon. And as a result, Pokemon has no power over me.
I mean, Pokemon, I got bored of that some time ago anyway, so it's not like
Sound
Pokemon
policy.
is an addictive thing.
Well, you say that, but I know lots of people who've sunk lots of hours into it.
Yeah, but I can do that with much better games.
Truth. I possibly shouldn't use yellow on the yellow boss at this stage of the fight.
Only a French ROM. That sounds like hell.
What the heck? That's pretty good going. I played most of Tiberian Sun in French, because I bought an international version in France that turned out to be...
Just French.
It wasn't just French, but it didn't have English. And of the languages that I had any familiarity with at the time, French was the one I knew best, and I didn't understand a word of it. And as a result, I played most of it. Most of my time spent playing it was...
Oh yeah, so right now we're about to enter the stealth section. This priest is telling us to not sneak up to the mountain, and we have to wait for him to walk to the other side of the building and then go up anyway.
That's... like, don't put stealth sections in JRPGs.
No, it's not just like, it's not an actual stealth section. You just have to be like, oh, we have to wait for him to walk like 3 steps to the right. It's just silly. Like, he just pops out at you from behind a tree, and you're just like, holy shit, there was a person behind there. Oh no! Also, this game has jumping puzzles, and I don't care.
Austin would be happy.
With this game, not likely.
No, okay, probably not. No, it doesn't have enough F's in the title.
Too much whimsy. Oh god, that was a lot of damage, and he was defending, so... There's an exploit you can do if you're a boring person to get, like... The game caps your level while you're in here, by, like, turning off encounters if your experience level gets too high.
Huh.
In this dungeon specifically.
Right, okay.
And, it's kind of silly, but basically you just kill off one of your characters. Well, specifically Jenna, or Julia, in this version of this canon. That's not the way I wanted to go. But basically you kill her off, and the other two characters don't have that limit anymore, because there's always a character under the level cap. So if you want to be boring and fight these 6 experience, 6 gold monster packs until you're past level 10 or level 5, you can do that, but...
It does sound like slightly pointless grinding.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 experience point. I sure want to do that over and over.
Yeah.
Let's change these. Whoa, that's some brightness.
Yeah, Leroy bosses take a while, like 5-6 minutes quite often, in Chrono Cross. Because it's a low damage system.
I mean, so is Paper Mario, but that doesn't take that long, and they're usually a lot better about it. Paper Mario is a good game.
It is a good game. It's several good games.
That's fair.
Well, okay, it's at least 2 good games. I haven't played Super Paper Mario. I gather it and Sticker Star. They have less good reps. I probably ought to play Super Paper Mario because of when it came out.
Yeah. Paper Mario is a ridiculously low damage system. But you can still game that for ridiculous amounts of, this is the wrong path and I'm gonna get hit by a bat again. And you can get ridiculously nonsense things if you watched a Paper Mario speedrun.
The Paper Mario speedruns are a thing of incredible beauty. Of course Leroy is in my chat saying Sticker Star is good.
Saga Mario, god damn it. But yeah. It's interesting playing games with low damage systems, but also... I don't think that Chrono Cross is quite that low damage.
No, it's
You
not.
just have low damage output.
Yeah, it's a fairly slow speed. Equally, one of my special attacks is throw a horde of feral laser cats at the enemy, which is excellent, and I use it whenever I can.
And there's a bunny girl trainer, and one of her special attacks is localized as "What's up, Doc?"
Wait, what?
I'm not joking. There's a bunny girl, and her level 7 tech is localized as "What's up, Doc?"
I had not found that character.
Like, her whole shtick is that she's a bunny girl, but also a monster trainer.
Fair enough. What healing do I have left?
Oh, can't move that, I don't think. So we go to the other one.
Actually, you know the comparison I should be drawing between these boss fights? For these boss fights? It's FF12. There's something quite similar there, I feel. In terms of the extent to which bosses are... I don't want to say padded, but padded.
Man, as much as this is a bad joke, but as much as Trails in the Sky was about arts and crafts, it didn't have whittling sessions.
That's a bad joke. I'm not going to argue with you there. But it's also kind of fair. Thank you, Leroy.
I warned everyone that was a bad joke. You can't blame me.
Yes, we can. I mean, you still made the joke.
Eh. The thing I really like about this game is how one of the starting classes has a cure spell, and you regenerate MP just by walking.
That's good.
Not to mention, at any point you may be fighting a boss, there's usually also a place where there's like a one-time use of your energy, or like a restore for your energy, and it's really nice because it's just like, oh, I can heal up, then pick this thing up, and I get all my magic back.
Cool.
Trails of Cold Steel is a Trails game, so.
Ooh, I got a new level 4 element slot.
Oh look, I'm fighting a maze. I really don't know what some of these localization choices are, but I don't know why this ghost is called an amaze, but it is. Also, this is a completely empty room that I forgot about being here. I love it. It's just full of a maze.
Fair enough. I have beaten the Earth Dragon. It's a rad model, this actually. It looks like something out of WoW.
Oh no, no, Pixpen's memeing in my chat. Such a maze.
Wow.
Okay, right, there's a bullhead here, and then it's gonna... not here. God, whatever, I have all the synergy point. Holy fuck. I found the bullhead. Right. I should have known it would have been off screen of where the door was going to appear so that they could just plop the door in without having to come up with a transition. That's smart positioning. Yeah, it's always where you last look for it because you stop looking for it.
Ah, logic. Oh, come on, we've jumped off higher things than that before.
The JRPG knees. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna jump off the skyscraper because there's a ladder here. So obviously it's safe to land at the bottom.
Oh, that's nice. That actually shortcutted us out of the room. Otherwise we'd have had to have gone around and climbed all the bloody ladders again. I approve of this.
Anyway, we just found this room with an image of the sun on the floor and 4 angel statues holding mirrors.
I wonder what this could possibly require you to do. God damn it, PlayStation controls, let me get in the hole. Don't even.
I didn't say anything.
You were thinking it.
I was thinking, God, I hate PlayStation controls.
That's a very pure expression of the lives we lead. But, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we just walked into this room and the floor is glowing on this image of the sun. And we go over to the next room and there's an Aurora Borealis happening over an image of the moon.
Right, where do I have to go next?
Yes, these rooms are definitely connected. There's... why would they be unconnected in this place deep inside this holy mountain. Oh my god.
That's not my other ship, Leroy. Sorry. That ship belongs to someone else.
Okay, now let's solve a puzzle ahead of another puzzle. We're gonna put this lady on this button, and her mirror is gonna shine a light, and then we put the other lady on the other button. Then when their lights intersect, they're going to create a hole, and we're gonna put another lady in that hole.
We're back to talking about holes again.
Yep.
Leroy is now sad in my chat. Leroy is now sad in my chat because of insufficient ships. But Leroy likes being sad, so presumably he will now also be happy.
Okay, so here's some minor speed tech. You push one of these ladies onto their buttons on the shallow side of the room that you don't have to jump across a bunch of stuff to do. And then when you get teleported because of this cutscene, it puts you on the side that you do need to jump to. And that's just convenience.
The people in my party picks are... I can't remember their real names. She's the daughter of the old military general dude. And he is a lieutenant in the army that Lynx was originally the leader of. And then that's Lynx, who, spoiler. He probably looks grumpy because he's a massive nerd and doesn't know what's going on. And I don't think she looks that grumpy, really.
Anyway, yeah, we just disarmed a trap with another puzzle.
Leroy Lynx, play the game. Because, like, honestly, I want to say play the game because spoilers, but also play the game because I really don't know what the relationship is between Lynx and Surge.
Also play the game because we're doing a podcast episode on it. just a little thought.
That too.
Anyway, we turned the picture of the sun to, or the moon to the sun, and let's go see what happened down here. Yep, it turned the moon to the sun. Yeah, this old man who is supposed to be a scholar cannot put one and one together and get the resulting thing that happened is the room changed, so the other room should have changed too. Oh my god.
That's JRPGs for you.
That's old men and JRPGs. And now we're getting... now there's a laser coming out of the moon. And he can't see it.
Right, now I have to find the water dragon. And the water dragon I have actually met before.
I would really like a Golden Sun remake. Because this is kind of meh. And I really like all the setting and music and stuff. But then we got Dark Dawn, like, way after the game's prime, and then nothing. So...
sadly, that is how it works. Those are some big crabs. I'm kind of not a massive fan of Chrono Cross's soundtrack. It's got some good music, but a lot of it I'm actually sick of. So at least I found a JRPG where I can't say, but the music's great. Leroy picks, you have no idea when it comes to giant enemy crabs. Play Tales of Phantasia on the PSX version with the fan translation, and you will encounter giant crabs. Actually, not so giant, Sufficiently giant for memes. We're podcasting about that as well at some point soon.
Yep. Which is another thing I need to get through.
It's not very long.
I mean, yeah, but it's still more stuff. And I already have Artanelka 2 and Black Sigil on my plate.
Oh yeah, Artanelico. I keep forgetting that exists.
It's probably for the best.
Is there somewhere you can see what podcast is coming out? At the moment, there isn't. Although, have you actually bought that URL?
No, I haven't. I don't have the money for it until new month.
Ah, right.
You can follow at JRPGs on Twitter. We put out new podcasts and try to promote them over there whenever possible.
Yeah, like at some point we'll have a website and a schedule and things that proper podcasts are supposed to have, but
Yeah,
if you're already subscribed, then you know pretty much as we do about when things are coming out. To be completely honest.
yeah. We're kind of like until we get a proper site set up, or even just like a WordPress with a custom domain. It's probably going to be kind of flying by the seat of our pants. But basically, we have schedules, potential schedules, lined up for the rest. Basically, next 8 months. So.
Yeah, the schedule is basically Chrono Cross will be recording. Actually, you've got Trails in the Sky minisode is going to be in the next few days. You said.
Yeah, next week.
Then we'll record Chrono Cross probably end of next week or the weekend.
Yeah.
And Fantasia mid-February.
Yeah.
Paper Mario. Do I need to heal? Not really.
Yeah, basically the schedule for mini-sodes is Trails in the Sky minicast with my anime nerd friends, then Tales of Fantasia with Becky and me, and Wild Arms 2 with Leroy and me, and...
Then we don't know, but we'll think
Yeah.
of something.
I do kind of want to figure out if we're going to do Xenogears or a Suikoden between Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and... Oh, what was the other one? I don't have it off the top of my head.
Rogue Galaxy?
Yeah, because it's either going to be Xenogears or Suikoden, and I think I want to do Suikoden earlier, and then we can put Xenogears off till after Kingdom Hearts 2 in September.
I guess. I mean, I'm quite keen to do Xeno, but if Pix is right about Suikoden being like a fifth the length, then that is
Yeah.
tempting.
I mean, Rogue Galaxy is a level 5 game, and also, like, we might have Heather on for that, so we probably want to, like, make sure we have time to play it if it's a bit of a long game.
That's true.
And Suikoden's kind of in that SNES game that got ported to PlayStation 1 because scale and era. Like, I've played a bit of Suikoden 1. It's kind of old school. So it probably wouldn't be ridiculously long.
That could be good then, because Xenogears is long.
Yeah.
But also, I really want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I might
It's
make
on the schedule. I just
Yeah.
don't know when it's going to fit in the schedule.
a super early start on it, um, depending on the other things I want to play, of which there are many.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that I've got time after finishing Cross to do Blue Dragon or maybe Eternal Sonata before I need to start on Paper Mario.
Paper Mario is not like super long.
And I know it really
Like
well.
20 hours.
Yeah. Although I'm probably not going to play Thousand Year Door because I don't think I can get a hold of a copy.
I mean, that's the that's the game of the month. So
Well, I'll watch a Let's Play to remind myself of it because I've played it 3, 4 times.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, you probably should have started Cross. Like I'm being irresponsible and playing this and playing Dragon's Dogma and playing Zestiria for the Let's Play thing. But you probably should have done more of Cross, Leroy.
I should be paying more attention to my health because I keep
Yeah, probably.
tuning out and watching what you're doing on screen, and that's dangerous.
Anyway, so in Golden Sun, we just jumped across uh we just jumped across this room to get 3 different elemental stars, which are basically like Philosopher's Stone level elemental catalysts. And these numbskulls just decided to like kidnap or like hold these 2 hostage. While we did that, like we wouldn't have to immediately run past them to get to the last one that they're gonna request from us anyway. It's kind of silly. JRPG podcasting is fun, except when you have to play a zillion hours of a thing.
It does occupy a lot of gaming time.
Yeah, but that is kind of the point. Is just to realize that like, hey, you gotta put a little bit of time in every day, and you can get through games pretty dang quick.
Yeah, I sympathise with struggling with Wild Arms though, because that game did overstay its welcome. But equally, I think we got a really good episode out of it. Heck, we got a pretty good episode out of Resonance of Fate, which definitely overstayed its welcome.
By like a factor of 10.
Factor of 3. I mean, like, you gave up on it.
Yeah,
I
a
played
third of the way in, which I felt was still being too generous. So
I don't know, I thought about a third of the hours I spent on it were worthwhile, but I love that I already have the spell that brings an entire meteor shower down on the planet. This game is very generous with the impressiveness of its spell effects.
yep. Anyway, yeah, we have to jump back to the main platform where these nerds are being held hostage in order to go get the final star. So, what a joke.
Leroy's saying eventually he'll forget the gameplay and think Wild Arms is good, and we look forward for that moment and reminding you of it.
I mean, it's basically shitty Dragon Quest, so whatever. Anyway, turns out taking elemental catalysts from the inside of a volcano is a bad idea. Who knew?
That does sound like it could potentially be a bad idea. And also what I'm going to go and do next after the water dragon, I think. Right, can I get a heal cast off? Because if not, people are going to die. Oh god, this is bad. This is very bad.
Oh yeah, I love that. I didn't say it because I'm so used to saying certain things, but like Garrett asks Isaac if he knows what that floating rock thing is, and if you say yes, he's just like, yeah, I know it's a rock, but what the hell is it doing floating?
That's pretty good. This thing must be nearly dead by now. Oh. This thing must be nearly dead by now, she said, administering the final blow. That was good timing. Oh, that floating rock. Right, I see. I should really use a blue character because I've got 2 powerful blue-only spells.
My current party is, I think I left it at Surge, Leon, and Glenn.
I can barely remember the real character names because I've given them all ridiculous names. It's a problem.
A self-inflicted one, yes.
Yeah, true. Is Glenn the lieutenant guy, the military guy?
Is it the blonde kid with a scar on his face?
In a blue uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I have called him Nerdy. I can't remember why I thought that was funny.